Hi, everybody. It's Grace. Welcome to Eating Peace this week. A thought or a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of speaking that goes like this is very, very uncomfortable when it comes to eating issues, really any kind of compulsion. It goes like this. Here I am again in exactly the same spot. I am repeating the same behavior over and over. Something is terribly wrong with me. It'd be better to be dead than to experience this. I will never get this. I will never understand. I am totally lost. This is absolutely ridiculous. And very, very hateful thoughts, really kind of abusive, condemning, judgmental, critical thoughts at the self for engaging in behavior that winds up feeling really uncomfortable, like stuffing yourself with food or eating a certain kind of food that winds up having an allergic reaction or feeling really uncomfortable, something you know you don't want to eat and it bothers your system, it bothers you physically. And we seem to do these things repeatedly. It's like over and over and over again. Okay, so I just thought about this very, very, very painful place of thinking, here I am again. I am rotating back to the exact same spot without change. Here I am standing the same exact place, no movement forward, repeating the same pattern. Very, very difficult. The first place that I like to remind myself of or remind other people of when they are in this kind of spot that's very devastating, feels really stuck, is to let that be, remember, let it be there. There's that kind of thought pattern, very heavy, very painful, a lot of suffering in it. And it kind of feels like the future is just, you see these images of the same exact thing going on forever. All right. We don't know that that's true. We don't know that this is going to go on forever. Yes, you've repeated yourself many times. For some reason, the nature of the mind and flailing about to try to find solution has a kind of repetitive feel for it when you don't really know the answer, when you can't sort of relax and sit still with not even knowing any answer. But first, just let it be the way it is. There's something in you that is not that ridiculous or abnormal to be doing that, because that's a human condition. It's part of the mind. Everyone does it. We pick up the same thing over and over. It's like, here's an object, like a glass ball. And we pick the thing up over and over again, like, whoa, look at this. Oh, how about we spend some time with this thing? Only it's much worse than a glass ball. It's eating over and over again. Just know that that's normal. It's part of the human condition. It's what we're doing. And remember that you have some deeply, deeply embedded, far down in the past, maybe conditioned from a long time ago, belief, way of viewing, way of looking at things that was triggered. That there was a reminder of it. There was a smell of it that came through the air. And that's why you repeated yourself. And you kind of went into the same pattern over and over again. You got scared. So you did your compulsive behavior. It's just a symbol of fear. Something inside you felt threatened. So you went in that direction that is a channel changer. It takes you out of the fear, and then you're kind of doing. You're in activity. You're kind of feeding yourself, when it comes to food and eating. But the same thing applies to other compulsions. So something happened and you reacted, and you're just in that mode. What can be super helpful is wondering when you're not in the middle of the compulsion. So first of all, what I like to tell people too, you might have heard me say this before, is wait 24 hours. Just wait 24 hours without binging, without doing your thing. You wait 24 hours, can guarantee you will feel 1,000 times better 24 hours later, physically. It's just the natural thing that happens. You don't have to wait 2 weeks. You don't have to completely transform your life in a year. You don't have to make massive, major changes, all you ever thought of that were stressful and painful. 24 hours. Just stop and go to sleep, do whatever you need to do, 24 hours or less, you will feel better. All right? And then when you are, in a different place, or you can even do this when you feel devastating and despair. You can do this. But just begin to answer the question, now, why did I feel like eating? What was scaring me? Not, what kind of food did I eat? What an idiot I am. How awful it was that I'm like this type of person that just over and over again goes blindly into something. What is so scary? And let it, have compassion for yourself. Something is very frightening. What is so scary? What is so difficult that I would want to just move over here and quit going to my compulsive behavior and eat something? What could it be? If I knew, part of the mind is like, I don't know. I don't know. There can't be anything that's scary. It must be something, I'm not really threatened by anything. What's wrong with me? But that kind of pulls you back to the same loop, right? Self-critical stand. So just, your mind has been this magnificent thing that is able to be blind to something. It's okay with not looking. There is something to be said that there's a certain wisdom in speeding by. If you got to handle something, handle an emergency, take care of a situation, and then work with the fallout later, the mind is doing that. It's doing the best it can with what it's got. You've kind of given it a command to make sure you don't have to face this scary thing, this reason why you eat. You've commanded it to help you not see it. You don't want to be in there. It's going to be very uncomfortable. But just, nothing horrible will happen. It can't be any worse, right, than this incredibly negative, self-critical kind of stand that you have after you've already done the behavior that you don't like to do. It really can't get much worse. So just write now, why would I? If I did know why I wanted to eat at that moment, can I come up with a reason? Can I find what it is? There is an exquisitely good reason. That's taken from Janine Roth. Exquisitely good. There's a brilliant reason why you ate. You are not completely, like missing some part in your mind or doing something wrong. There's an amazingly good reason why you chose to eat instead of, take a look at what you were reminded of. But now you can write, you can journal, you can talk with somebody. That's why therapeutic relationships work really well. You can talk with somebody, explore why you think you wanted to eat in that moment. And you can, of course, do the work of Byron Katie. You can just kind of let your thoughts spill out on paper. They're frozen there. And then you can really see what it is that you're believing. And you can take it through the work. Get someone to facilitate you. It's really hard to do the work all alone, all by yourself on compulsive behavior because it's a reaction. There's another belief behind the scenes that's very embedded within you that just part of you doesn't want to see. But part of you does want to see because you're tired of this situation. You're really sick and tired of this eating thing and that place when you have eaten too much and you've binged and you're in an upset, kind of troubled area and you feel awful about yourself. It's a terrible place to be. It can feel downright suicidal. So let's look at that because it's not comfortable. It might not be comfortable to look at the scary thing or to work out kind of what's going on over there. But by looking with awareness, you will access more peace. All it takes is awareness. You do not have to know how to solve the problem or what to do. So there's some other reason that you ate. Stop that cycle of just pure self-criticism because that helps you stay in the blindness. That helps you stay blind. You can just say, okay, I want to take a look. I want to find out. I want to find out what's going on here. I want to find out what is motivating me, what's triggering me.